Do you know a grown-up who might have magical powers? Maybe your teacher always knows where everything is, or your cousin is really, really fast, or perhaps your grandparents sound like they've travelled through time. This story is all about a little girl called Ella. Her mummy looks normal, but she's not, because she can turn into a fairy. We're about to join Ella and her mummy as they get ready for a visit from Zoe, who's their next door neighbour. She's not very nice, and Ella really wants to impress her. Let's see how they're getting on. I'm going to read it, but the story is narrated by Ella. "Ella," said Mummy, "what's wrong?" "We haven't got any cupcakes," I said. "We don't have any cupcakes for a tea party." "Zoe said we would burn our cupcakes," I told Mummy. "She said we'd have to throw them in the bin, and now she'll think it's true." "She said that, did she?" said Mummy, and she looked cross. But then she smiled. "All right, Ella, my darling. I promised you cupcakes, so we will have cupcakes." "But it's too late," I said. Through the window I could see Zoe and her mum coming up the path. Zoe was dragging her mum along. She was saying, "Just wait till you see their messy house. There's stuff all over the floor and they haven't got any cupcakes." Uh-oh, I think Mummy Fairy's going to need her computer wand for this one. That's better. Very quickly, Mummy Fairy stamped her feet 3 times, clapped her hands, wiggled her bottom and said, "Marshmallow!" And poof! She was a fairy. Mummy Fairy looked sternly at her computer wand. "No nonsense now." Suddenly, the doorbell rang. "Oh no, Mummy Fairy," I said. "They're here already." "Hold on," she called. "Just coming." Then she pressed a code on her computer wand and said, "Cupcakery-doo!" And at once the kitchen was filled with cupcakes. Hundreds of cupcakes. There were pink cupcakes and chocolate cupcakes and sparkly cupcakes, all on plates. There were even cupcakes that said Tom and Lenka and Zoe. They were beautiful and they smelled like the yummiest cupcakes in the world. Not all Mummy Fairy's spells work, but this one certainly has. Now, I've got a trick that you can use for your creative writing. Mummy Fairy's spells all have "urry-doo" at the end, so now it's your turn to create a magic word. First, write down one thing you can see in your classroom. Looks like our illustrator Marta has spotted some milk. Next, write "urry-doo" after the word, so milk becomes milkery-doo. And here's the best part. Imagine what would happen if your character said this word in a story. Milkery-doo might make it rain chocolate milkshake, or a cow might suddenly appear. Good luck with your stories, everyone.